There is a virus hiding in rat droppings and infecting people, and half of the people who are infected die. As a matter of fact, you might have been exposed to this virus without knowing it. The hantavirus has been in existence for centuries. It is not new, only that it didn't get medical attention until 1993 when there was an outbreak in the Southwest, killing young and healthy people fast. And this is what you need to know about it. The hantavirus lives in the urine, saliva, and droppings of infected rodents like the deer mice, the cotton rats, and the rice rats, depending on where you live. So you don't catch the hantavirus by just touching the mouse. You contact the virus by inhaling the contaminated dust. And this could happen when you're cleaning an attic without a mask, or you're opening a cabin that has been closed for months, or you're even sweeping a basement that has had these infected mice in it. You literally just breathe it in. You don't need any direct contact. There is no bites involved. It's just in the air. Some of the early symptoms that you might feel, especially within the first 3 to 10 days, might just be like flu-like: body pain, fatigue, some nausea, maybe even vomiting, some fever. Nothing screaming emergency in it. But within 1 week or even sooner, the virus begins to attack the lungs and blood vessels become leaky. We now have fluid flooding the lungs, oxygen saturation dropping. This is when it becomes an emergency. And it is a condition called the Hantavirus Pulmonary Syndrome. It is pretty fast. Within days of getting to this stage, the patient goes into respiratory failure, oftentimes needing ventilatory support. Mortality rate of people diagnosed with HPS is around 38%, and it can even get higher in some outbreaks. There are some things that make the antiviral infection different from other viral infections, one of which is there is no vaccine for it. There is no cure. Treatment is basically supportive, meaning you go to the ICU, be put on a ventilator, and the doctors just hope that your immune system gets strong enough to fight the infection. The second thing that makes this very different is it is not transferred from person to person. Infection is not transferred from person to person. Instead, it is from an infected rodent's urine, dropping, saliva to person. Everybody is at risk of having the antivirus infection, but people who are at a higher risk are people who work outdoors, in farms, construction workers, park rangers, people who live in rural areas, people who live in areas that have had a history of the antivirus infection, and also people who clean spaces where rodents have lived. The Southwest US has the most documented cases, but the hantavirus is found across North America, South America, Europe, Asia, different species in different regions. How do we prevent an infection with hantavirus, which is our real defense in this case? Number 1, seal your home. Any cracks, dents, holes, rodents are small and they can easily just pass through, so seal that crack. Number 2, don't sweep or vacuum rodent droppings. First of all, spray a disinfectant, keep the particles down, and then you wipe with a damp cloth. Number 3, wear mask and gloves when cleaning a mouse or mice infected area. Number 4, store your food in a sealed container. Number 5, keep your yard clear. Don't leave debris for rodents to come and feed on. Bottom line is the hantavirus is rare. You're not going to get it from a mouse just running across the kitchen. No, but if you're cleaning an attic, or you're working in a place that is rodent infested, or you're working in rural areas, then you're at higher risk. Take it seriously, because only one exposure is all that it takes. So if you're having any flu-like symptoms and you feel that you have been exposed to an infected rodent, speak to your doctor immediately, because early care in the ICU is the best chance that you would have. For now, this virus doesn't get the attention like COVID or the flu, but it is good that people are being made aware of this virus, because when it hits, it usually hits hard. And in a case like this, health is not all about eating well and exercising. Sometimes it's about paying attention to what's lurking around in places that you cannot see and taking steps to protect yourself. If you liked this video, if you found it very helpful, do well to like this video, subscribe to my channel. My name is Dr. Chichi. I should have done this introduction in the beginning. I am Dr. Chichi, an internal medicine resident, and this is Everyday Health MD, where I just talk about day-to-day health tips. I'll see you again in my next video. Bye.